Greetings, everybody. Welcome to the next episode of Threat Assessment, a series I'm putting together about the homecoming servers for City of Heroes. Taking a look at videos that YouTubers such as yourselves have posted for us about their gameplay, specifically team gameplay. And I spend a whole bunch of time dissecting what I'm seeing, talking about coulda, woulda, shouldas, uh, sharing my own insights. Haven't played the game for several years myself, both during the live and of course in the resurrection of this game a few years ago. But anyway, today we're taking a look at a fine video about a fire dominator that is put out for us by our good friend over here, Monty Hall and crew. They look like they run I don't know if they're still running it because the videos were 5-8 months ago, but a leveling team called the Fab 8. And Monty and crew, um, they have sounds like they got some sort of Discord server going. I don't know if he streams this as well. But anyway, he puts out the videos, and we're going to be diving into this one here about my old nemesis, the Manticore Task Force. And for this one, for me anyway, it's a nemesis because every time I seem to watch one of these things, it gets me face palming a whole bunch because I'm trying to figure out what the heck is going on a lot of times. Either just sort of crazy, you know, tactics or whatever, or it turns into just sort of one of these sad kind of speed runs where nobody really even tries to care about the objectives, and half the team runs one way and the other half runs the other way, and who knows what's going on. Some people just clicking glowies and clearing it as fast as they can, and the other half of the team is wandering off in different directions. But anyway, let's see what Monty and company have in store for us. This is, I think, that'd be the third time I've watched one of these Manticore task forces, and he's playing his Dominator by the name of Weber. Fire. You can see his little imps are out there right now. And if you haven't seen me do one of these videos before, I'm going to react as I've been saying and discuss some things that I was mentioning. But the other thing I'll do is I'm going to spend time illustrating what I'm seeing here. And I'll use my little pen tool over here. And so I can point at stuff and box people in and write silly comments or whatever. Just kind of going over some things and identifying where I see stuff. Now, that said, I have, of course, the benefit of the pause button, the rewind, the fast forward, the zoom in. And so some of my critiques or comments may not be super useful in the sense that, hey, during that mission and you just are, tunnel vision on what you're supposed to be doing, you might not notice some of the things I might point out. So none of the things I'm identifying are hopefully not coming across as criticisms of anybody because, people are just playing their game at the pace they're playing it. So I'm just, identifying things for us, the armchair COHer here, to go over things that, hey, how could we have done that differently? Or hey, maybe that was beautiful. We can illustrate awesome technique, that kind of thing. But with that said, let us go ahead and see what we're dealing with here. The team, from what I can see, there's a mastermind up here. That must be them right here. Angel Protector. Then we have ourselves a Stalker, Hidden Lightning. So I'm assuming. Now, the other thing about this is I don't know these players. I don't know who's on the team. I don't know most of their power sets aside from I know here's Weber, and he's fire. I don't even know if he has an epic set or not. I can't really see from his power tray down here. But anyway, that's all I can say about him. I don't know Angel's power sets yet, but I like to try to figure it out. Hidden Lightning. That's a Stalker. I'm assuming electrical melee, perhaps. Don't know about the armor set. Or maybe it's electrical armor. Could be. Maybe it's electric. Then we got Madi Otherworldly Scrapper. Is that invulnerability that I see? Looks like the classic invulnerability armor. Widow Mouse. Widow Mouse is hidden. So are we looking at a Night Widow here? So I think the Seers don't have that level of stealth hidden. Then we got ourselves a tank, Angel Slayer. Don't see them on the. Oh, they're there. Oop, I see a shield. So I got ourselves a shield. at least melee or shield armor. Then we got DJ Alto Mark 7 version 2, a Sentinel, and maybe because Alto Sonic Blast, perhaps. Don't know. And then of course we have Weber. As I already said, they are fire. I think that's all I know. That's all I can see from the team. So it looks like it's a team of 7. And this could be a pet right here. It's kind of cut off. It says Road Rage, Angel Protector's pet. So maybe they're thugs. Kind of sounds like it. All right, let's go ahead and fire up the video and go through what's going on. And I need to turn them down because they are really loud. That was one thing with the video I was noticing there. If you're watching and your choices might, or not choices, but your preferences, maybe you don't want to hear a bunch of chatter from the people playing, possible. So if you don't like that, they do a lot of talking. So I'm going to turn that down just for my own ears.
You sound like you're in a tunnel or something for some reason. Take a slight.
1 second.
Still a bit loud for me. Turn that down again. All right, so anyway, they're entering the mission. Yeah, it definitely was thugs.
Oh, I got you. I'll just mute you in Discord. No, I got you muted in Twitch.
Oh, okay then.
Yep.
All right, so they're on, I think it's the second mission. I'm about 36 minutes into the video. And it's defeat all forces in the lab and seek clues. That's the second or third mission, I think second for the team. And a lot of times, if it's a big, longer thing, like they run this task force, like the whole video is like 3 hours long. I think the task force takes them close to 2. Spoiler, from my quick scan through it, there's a few problem snags. Anyway, so when I see a longer video like this, I'll usually try to find the section or the mission where interesting things are happening. And for me, interesting means people are dying. Spoiler. So anyway, if you're wondering, hey, why are you starting 36 minutes not at the very beginning? Because it starts getting interesting on this mission from what I was able to tell as I kind of scanned through it. I haven't watched this in any great detail beyond that. So I don't really know exactly what's going to happen or who's doing what. That's what the whole point of this review video is. But we are joining the, getting on the map here. And kind of turn them down because it's...
That might be great for a future show where you run a task force where 2 or 3.
So they're just kind of just discussing Twitch issues or Discord sound issues.
Cut the red wire, but cut the blue one first.
All right, so here's one thing I'll kind of pull out right off the bat here. I see Weber's the first one on the mission. Notice he's not diving in right away, especially because you got pets. So here's just a little clue for some of you all who maybe haven't played pet classes before. But if you get in there and move up to kind of take a peek or whatever, watch out because your pets, especially non-mastermind pets, and especially imps, they just go off and start attacking. So you got to be careful. Or maybe you have stealth to hide yourself, but your pets don't. That's another issue you got to watch out for. So Weber's being smart here. He's kind of hanging back, taking a peek. He's waiting for his teammates to get on the map. He's not just diving in there, raising hell.
For those watching on Twitch, you can watch it in 2 different locations on Tricky_Raven12, who just got her 3rd subscriber, and Monty Hall.
All right, so the crew is now here. And we've got, for sure, Thugs Mastermind. I don't see any buffs. So as far as support, this team is really light. We've got our Widow here, so whatever leadership type buffs that she might be packing. And then you've got your Mastermind, who I don't see anything, at least down here. I can see Those look like the leadership buffs from our Widow. But I don't see any buffs from like the Mastermind, no like force fields or cold shields or anything like that. So that'll make this team very light, very lean on protection. Most of the team is melee for the most part. We've got a scrapper, a stalker, a tanker. They've got their own kind of protection. Don't need to worry about it. Your Dami's going to be kind of be on an island here. Your Sentinel's got their own armor, so they're good there. So really, our Dami's probably the most risky of all the positions here. Mastermind's got their pets and that sort of thing. All right, so what do we got? We've got the crew is entering the map. We still don't have our Sentinel on there, but you'll see that real quick some fighting starts. And I don't know if it's a tank or something or one of the imps goes off. I just saw that. Who was that? I think it's Angel Slayer. Yeah, so Angel Slayer was that a broadsword? Yeah, it looked like their broadsword shield. So they go charging there, just like a tank, right? How many times you guys see a video or a mission start when the minute the tank gets on the map, they are in. You know, I don't know how much time that she took to look around and up, but she just dove in there. Hey, tanks, right? They got high survivability. It's probably okay. But none of your other teammate is supporting you, buffing you, controlling anything, right? The only one who really seems to be even paying attention at this point, we got Weber, and our Widow has just moved in. The rest of the crew is all up here. I hear them in chat, just kind of in the voice chat, you know, jibber jabber and having kind of fun. Our Sentinel's just gotten on the map. So, boom, we're diving in ready. Oh, and the other thing you'll notice is they are not screwing around. Weber's running at level 32, and the enemies are 35. So we've got +3s, right? So this is not like a haha coast type of setting for a task force. So I can appreciate that. They mean business. So we'll see what happens. But we've got a tank diving in. Okay, the pets are going in. All right, now our controls are coming up.
Take my channel, please.
Dick monkeys!
Scrapper just went forward.
Give him a follow, give him some.
You guys will get all the followers that you want if you cross.
Yeah, okay. So our Stalker is definitely electric melee. So we got that. Looks like they've got a staff. This could be staff and vulnerability. Scrapper? It's hard to say what that is. All right, interesting.
Content.
What
'Cause
you're
you
doing
guys
right
can-
now?
No, but you can download like.
Wait, no, it's Titan Weapons. That's what it is. Right?
puts on YouTube and uploads
No?
it to your Twitch. So
Still confirming. Is that Titan Weapons or staff?
The last Fab 8 video is on my YouTube channel.
Oh, nice.
It's in the Discord chat. You can grab it. So, if you want to,
Uses it gotten
3 because I put it up yesterday, and I haven't told anybody. Oh, Paragon Squares is up there too.
Is it?
I gotta watch that.
Yeah, I want to watch it again.
It is funny.
All right, you guys see something interesting. So we've got most of the team is back here. Looks like they're finishing up. But somebody's gone ahead and opened that door. Took off already. Because the door was closed. Looks like our Stalker. Classic Stalker play, right? You guys got this. I'll take off and go stalk.
3 because I put it up yesterday, and I haven't told anybody.
A lot of standing around.
Is it?
I gotta watch that.
Yeah, I want to watch it again.
It is funny. It is pretty
It
good.
is. It is. Yeah.
Yeah, that's staff. All right, so our Scrapper's staff. Okay. Hilarious, guys. Come on now. Come on now, stalkers. You guys can do better than this. All right. Look what happens. So I saw this unfolding. Let's go back. Go back. All right, there goes the Stalker. So we still have a couple, three guys that were fighting back here, right? Here's our final member of the Crey, the original group. And there's a couple bosses I think that are being fought. Then you see your hidden lightning. Our Stalker moves ahead. I don't necessarily have a problem with the Stalker moving ahead, because it's kind of part of the AT, right? Go ahead and scout it out, but maybe report back. I'm listening to their chatter in the headset here. I don't hear anything like, "Hey, there's a group ahead." I don't see anything popping up in our chat either. So our Stalker is moving ahead, stalking things out, while the team is still clearing. So let's time this out. So it's 37:35 when they open the door over here. I just want to figure out how long is the team still going while our Stalker is on their own.
Is it?
I gotta watch that.
Yeah, I want to watch it again.
It is funny. It is pretty
It
good.
is. It is. Yeah.
All right, our team has just finished those Crey. It is now 37:53. So it's been, what, 20 seconds, something like that, roughly, give or take. All right, now we're moving up. And by the time the team clears the door to go see what's happening, Stalker is DOA. Bang. It's 37:56. So it's only about 20 seconds or something like that. They've gone ahead. They're hidden, so there's no reason they should be getting spotted unless they engage the enemy. And that's what I saw, I think was happening, because I saw their endurance bar was dropping as if they were activating powers.
I was like, what?
All right, so come around. You can see the enemy is already in their combat stance. Your Stalker's doomed, dead. Okay, I don't know what the Stalker's build is, slotting, that sort of thing, but you are taking on +3s, and as a Stalker against +3s, like 10 dudes, I'm not sure that's in the Stalker's wheelhouse to take on mass numbers of enemies +3s at level 32. Maybe at level 50, you got some incarnate stuff, sure.
You got the poker question right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a poker question right.
All right, I like how Weber is. I mean, that's a good combo, right? He's opening with flash fire and cages. All right. Now my only complaint is he opens with cages first. I would have went flash fire to get the stun and then cages to get the immobilized, because you risk at this point, if you open with your cages, that's just an AoE immobilize. They all can start shooting you because they're not stunned. So if instead you open with flash fire first, you get the stun, then the cage is to apply the immobilize. Now there is a little bit of a risk if you hit flash fire first and stun. If the enemy was in motion, what they tend to then do is just doy and wander in that direction, and so they can kind of scatter a little bit. But I think that's safer than opening with cages and potentially eating an alpha in the face. The other issue we have is your main aggro magnet is back here. They're just clearing the corner. So we have our Stalker has already charged and died because they went solo. I know that Stalkers can be a solo friendly build, but if you're on a team, don't play solo. Come on. And then we've got our Widow, who's equally stalkery, probably a little bit sturdier. She's going up to engage as well. Looks like she's throwing a smoke grenade in there to get the debuff, or a flash grenade perhaps. But, you either have your Dami opening with the controls, because he's got domination hot, so that's going to stun even the bosses. Or you got your tank going in there grabbing aggro, preferably at the same time. So as my tank's coming around, boom, I'm smoking them with flash fire cages. And then you send in, your hitters. You got your Scrapper, you got your Widow, you got your Stalker. They go and just like clean up those bosses and stuff. You don't have a ton of ranged attacks. I haven't really pinned down what DJ Alto is yet, so we'll pay attention to him. I don't know how much AoE he's got. Did he miss those guys?
And Pogo Man got his Doctor Who question right after he looked it up.
Yep. Oh, I'm glad that you said that because now I am off the hook.
Well, he admitted it already. It wasn't like he didn't admit it. So there's no.
No. He did vehemently deny that he looked it up.
No, but after fact, during the Monday show.
There's a lot of missing happening here. I don't know if it's because it's just plus threes. A lot of knockback too. What the is going on?
No, but after fact, during the Monday show, he admitted it.
Oh, that could have been. All right, yeah, I'm definitely hearing Sonic now. Yeah, I'm hearing the Sonic attacks, so DJ is definitely a Sonic. The problem I'm having a hard time hearing because their mics, and I think they're streaming this video on Twitch or something, so that would explain it, but their mics are really, I'm hearing their chatter really loud, and it's hard to hear the powers, so if you guys are kind of hearing that, that's what you're hearing the same thing I am. But anyway, I just saw the Sonic, so that would have been Shockwave that's knocking stuff flying. So far from what I'm seeing, and this is, again, I'm not trying to be too critical here, I suspect this is a team that plays together a lot, so there's a lot of banter, which is cool. But I'm not seeing a lot of coordination, to be honest, with the team play itself. Maybe they're just used to just kind of playing and farting around, whatever. But the fact we got knocked back, throwing stuff off of, I don't know if there's looks like there's a flash fire in here at this point. That's not a good thing. We're seeing the tank is kind of in the back when everybody else is charging up here. That's, of course, not a good thing. So we're seeing a little bit of lack of coordination as a crew, which is just kind of a little bit of a head scratch for me because, if you're playing with the same people week after week sort of thing, you'd expect hey, you kind of have a rhythm going. Maybe these are new characters for them. I don't know. It's hard to say.
You see, well, to prove it, that's when you go to the right channel and clip it and go, see, Pogo, you lost.
I don't know how these guys got scattered behind them. That's the other thing that really should have been minimal scatter there, right? If your tank is up front, they're pulling the aggro in that direction. Your Dominator, if you have a chance to throw out the cages, the stun, then everything should have stayed put. But we had a couple guys come past us already. I don't know what exactly happened there. I don't know if just the mist or the flash fire or what, but a lot of scatter.
Another great clip would be in the first Positron TF that we had when I blamed Pogo Man for touching the door and creating the ambush.
Right.
Go back and watch.
Oh, we got one to the left, to the left.
Clearly.
All right, so there you go. Now, you just heard them to the left. So this is one thing that this game really lacks, or you wish, was the voice. What is it? Voice over or whatever. But anyway, when you have like modern games, right? You could talk to each other through the game. This is the one thing that I think really would have helped this game. Obviously, this was 20 years ago or whatever, but there was no voice. Everything you had to do to communicate, you had to type into your chat box down here and send warning messages or whatever. And I think back in the day, people had their own, I forget what it was called back then, their own voice over, connection stuff. But Discord, it wasn't a thing back then, where nowadays you can hear that's what they're doing. They're talking on Discord to each other. And you just heard an alert to the left, So that's what I like about communication. If you have the voice tools, or just even if you have to type it, but at least give a warning. So notice what was happening there. The team, for the most part, some of them were heading to the right to leave, but a couple of them were going to go this way. And I think that was Weber that said to the left. So he's warning, or he's indicating what he's going to do. Communication. Comms, right? We need communication. This is a multiplayer game, a team game. And so many times my criticisms when I watch some of these videos, or the things that have me shaking my head, is poor communication, zero communication, teams not working together. So even though I've been a little bit critical about lack of coordination as far as maneuvers or tactics on the mission so far, you got to at least give props. Hey, they're talking, they're giving communication. There's definitely some warnings there. All right, so everybody turns. Yeah, that shockwave's gotta get worked.
Well, he didn't set him up, but he flew in, touched it, and then went around the side of the city hall. But then Pogo Man ran up the stairs, and it totally looked like he did it. It took me like 4 times watching that scene, and then I figured it out.
Did I?
Well, I mean, you didn't do it on purpose, but it was hilarious. It was
An unintentional
Or did
oopsie.
he?
yeah.
An unintentional oopsie after he snuck around the corner.
Now, one thing that is distracting me is I'm listening to what they're saying, the chatter. They're telling a story about a positron task force, but this kind of makes me think like if like in game, I'm hyper focused. So if I'm ever teaming with you and you're like, hey, how come he's not responding? It's because I'm just like locked into what's going on. But the reason I'm even bringing this up is because it's distracting me as I'm kind of listening and sort of watching, and I'm just imagining if I'm playing this task force and we're bantering and talking about previous stuff. I don't think I could be paying attention to what's going on here either. Hey, is that good or bad? I don't know. I'm just pointing it out because I suspect that a lot of the boo boos and mistakes that are going to happen are going to be a result of something like that. If you're chattering and talking and trying to figure out, hey, because your brain is, dissected this conversation and you're part of it, then the other part of your brain's like focused on what's going on your team here on your mission. I think it's hard to for those two things to combine. So I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna make a prediction that some of the mess that'll happen later is gonna be due to that. But we'll see.
Pogo, you didn't say it was me.
All right, just want to see it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like the team is all here in this one. So there's one good lesson. We didn't see our stalker just take off again and separate. Looks like everybody's here on this little encounter. So lesson learned, maybe?
I've seen you do it, unless a Falto did it and quick zipped around the corner, which is what happened.
And you didn't.
Uh-oh.
You didn't.
Okay, so the team splits coming up this ramp. Our stalker is already in here. I don't know. I mean, I don't play Stalker, so it's hard for me to really comment here. But what I'm seeing, and this could be the second example of this, is our Stalker is like our Alpha Striker. You've got a, I don't know if Perma Dominator, but you got a Dominator, right? You got your tank. They could or should be doing the Alpha Ing, right? I mean, why is my Stalker up here already about to unload? Because if the support, tank controls aren't up there, he's going to eat it. Right? I mean, I don't know. It's hard for me to say. I don't have a lot of Stalker experience here.
Fess up.
Oh, I did fess up. I told him.
No, no.
So shiny.
Oh.
There's a
Alto,
shiny. There's a shine in the center here.
Oh no, we're gonna lose our tank. We're gonna lose our tank. There's a glowy to click.
Down here.
I click it in a minute.
All right, and then they're talking that the tank is going and clicking a glowy, or possibly that they found a glowy somewhere, and the rest of the team is up here. And notice my Stalker. It's hard to see because the health bar is underneath the text here, but their health is already down this chunk. So I don't know, about a third of their health has been chewed away because they opened the alpha and then everybody else joined in. You got a mastermind, could be alpha in. You got your Dami, your tank, who apparently is, I think, doing something else right now. But I think my Stalker's going to get themselves into a lot of trouble.
No, it's just shooting.
So the way I see Stalkers, they're more like kind of that beta hitting, or they're simultaneous striking. Again, maybe I don't know what I'm talking about, but I see it more like, hey, somebody else has pulled attention or thrown control out there, and then they just come in and it's like wipe somebody out while they're distracted or helpless.
As long as you screw the caltrops, just wanna play that.
All right, so we got Mastermind is Thugs Traps. Starting to figure this out now. So we got our Angel Protector, Thugs, Traps. Hidden Lightning is Electric Melee. I don't know their armor set yet. My Scrapper was Staff and Vulnerability, I believe. My tank was, I think, was Shield and Broadsword, I believe. And then Mouse is a Night Widow build. Then DJ is a Sonic Blasting, Sonic Attack. I don't know what their armor is yet. I'm not sure if they've revealed anything. And then we got Weber's Fire Fire. So it's not the sturdiest of crews here. Right, there goes Lightning again. All right, good. Yes, I saw Dami hit him. All right, so I think that one works out better because you've got, your Dominator and stuff are pulling some of their aggro. They're starting to throw some control, and then I see the Assassin Strike land. Like that's what I would think would be a smarter combo, right? Like we throw some control out there, and then boom. But I will say this: I don't like Dommies that use AoE immobilizes a lot. Now, fire may be the one exception because it's kind of softish on control overall, and it is damage. But unlike a controller, you have other options. One. Two, it doesn't set up any containment for you. All it does is draw aggro. And so even though you're seeing a bunch of, domination, it's just an immobilize. So there's nothing stopping these guys from attacking back. What I'd love to see is, opening up with your hard controls, flash fire, cinders. I don't know if he has cinders or not. I haven't seen his build, and some of his trays are cut off down here on his window. But stuff like that. Wait, actually, it's up here. Here's cinders. Yeah, cinders. So, I mean, or hit him with smoke to get the debuff. There's flash fire. Looks like he's about queuing flash fire up. So anyway, if this is your primary opener, your immobilize, you're gonna be in trouble because you're gonna aggro the crap out of stuff, and if somebody else isn't pulling it off of you, you're gonna eat it, especially as a dummy.
That was your cue, Alto.
Here you go.
Alto's the official sound effects person now.
Yep.
Okay.
It is to get a raven on there.
So we all got to get a special. So
Look at this shit scattering.
Okay,
So-
I don't want mine to be the cricket.
no, yours is going to be the slap.
Oh, okay, that's
So the
all right.
backhand slap.
You can actually
And scatter is a problem on a kill all. You scatter somebody, you lose them or whatever, or you knock them into the geometry. That's a major problem. So I don't like that. It seems pretty prevalent. I'm not sure if it's just our shockwave from our Sonic, but it seems like we're seeing a lot. I know like the Bruiser has like some clap or whatever it is that knocks stuff flying, but that seems excessive. What I think I swear I saw Energy Torrent go flying too, and I'm trying to think who would have it. That might be in the if somebody took Power of Mastery, I think it is. Like the tank might have that, but
Okay. Okay. So yeah,
Oh, I hear shiny.
Widow Mouse is going to be a backhand slap.
Captain Backhand.
Slap. Or even that. I like that. Just cap.
maybe that must have been the Paragon Protector was the Energy Torrent, not one of the players.
It's
And the
over.
web grenade takes care of the flying part.
Get everybody down below.
Okay, the Chloe's already been clicked. I don't hear it anymore.
I'm just kidding. I didn't get it.
I'll be very close. If you all get the shiny.
Now, because they're playing through Discord, I would expect more of that coordination. They were just talking about the glowy who was going to get it, and they were kind of confused about who got it, didn't get it. There, some people were saying I got it, and they actually didn't get it. You know, I'm thinking if I'm on voice, it's more easy to communicate to just say, "Hey, I got the glowy. The rest of you guys go ahead," or "Give me a minute. I'm going to click this thing." You know, coordinate things. You saw Weber going down there looking already. It was already clicked. Somebody was saying they got it. Then they say they didn't got it. You know, like who's got it? Again, it's friends. They're hanging out, having a good time. That's cool. But I'm just from a tactical standpoint, we're getting some confusion here. And then the reason I even bring that up is because now look what's going on. Now Weber is in the is behind, right? Everybody else looks like they've all gone up already, and you've already seen a couple, you know, especially our stalker, get ahead of themselves and get in trouble. So if my Dami, who's my only control, maybe my main damage mitigator on the team, because they're able to control half the enemy and take them out of the fight, is not on the scene, and all of a sudden my melees or whatever get into a scrap and they're 5-10 seconds delayed, that could lead to some deaths as well.
And this tank will go on a rampage.
Of this area, it was inevitable.
Oh, wait, we better
Constant turn, twist,
hang on a second.
turning.
There's a
Better
side
check,
passage.
yeah, better
we
check.
check it.
Yeah, I was just coming back up there.
Yeah, on kill all, you can't just go to the next elevator. So you have that side passage. So they came in from back here and moved this way, and immediately we're starting to go this way. Now, luckily, somebody saw it, and I think it was Weber called it out. Hey, we got to go side passage this way, right? Because you have a kill all. So there's no point in skipping rooms or whatever. You need to go find everybody and take them all out. Especially on these older blue side missions where things can be stuck in these remote side rooms somewhere.
Or he can
It's a big empty map.
Stand still, Angel.
Weber's
There,
gonna
I'll get you.
immobilize him.
Yeah, just.
Oh no. Somebody just said oops. Okay, we're kind of scattered again. We've got mouse over here. I don't know if there's a enemy group in this little room up here or not. There's definitely one down here. I didn't see anybody look this way because there's usually I know there's a group down below in the tunnel back there. And then you got, you know, your other people here are heading this way. But I didn't see any I haven't seen Weber open his map yet to look around. And I'm only able to account for like half the team at this point. I think a couple other people are there. I don't know if any people are still behind us or not. I just heard somebody say, oops. Is Mouse engaging this group over here? Maybe. But it's kind of just seeming scattered, and we have a communication tool. So, hey, why aren't we saying, all right, let's go up top, go to the left? We've heard it a couple times, but we're also seeing a lot of confusion happening.
Okay, well, guess we
Oh,
went this one.
that works.
PlayStation.
That works too.
Yeah, that works good.
Excuse me.
Actually, that worked out great.
Damn, Angel's getting knocked around. No knockback protection on your shield? Looks like two groups, another group down below, or else it was a split group, but there's more guys coming up. Angel's getting roasted. Yeah, this immobilization is not helping. He's spamming cages like it's his job. We do have fire breath. I know the one problem with fire assault is it's not that great. You know, you got like 4 single target things, but AoE wise, it sucks. I mean, you have a cone, and then there's a PBAoE, which I hate. The PBAoE was like combustion or whatever. Hate that power. It's terrible. But anyway, he doesn't have a lot of AoE with his assault, so it looks like he's relying heavily on cages. But cages are splitting the groups, right? We've got some of them over here. We got some of them over here. Maybe it's not a big deal because we don't have a lot of AoE to leverage anyway. But normally, right, you'd want your enemy group clustered and then drop bombs on them. It's hard to do that if people are scattered around. Now somebody's talking about caltrops, which is gotta be my mastermind, my traps mastermind. You can get some decent damage out of caltrops, but it's a very small patch. But man, hidden's taking a beating. I don't know where they are.
Somebody get Legos.
Go down.
I'm thinking hidden's downstairs or something. More guys coming. Hidden's about to die.
Where the hell am I going?
Dude, they're spread out.
You lost the Legos.
I don't see him using his assault powers that much. Yeah, this is all spread out. Now something else I'm seeing. So here's my scrapper with staff melee, and they're over here beating on a couple guys. They're beating up this cryo dude over here. I think a couple lieutenants, minions, whatever. But I mean, the bulk of your action's over here. And here's what's messed up. My tank is in here, right there. You would expect my other melees to be in the thick of it, but I got one melee over here, my scrapper, picking off little guys. And then we got my stalker. I don't know where my stalker is hidden lightning. I don't see her up here. Oh, wait, there they are. I don't know if they went downstairs, but they were getting their ass handed to them. Anyway, I mean, my tank is pulling aggro. I'm thinking, who else is in here? To start lumping these guys. You got bosses up the yin yang over here. We're over here beating up little third graders. Why is my scrapper over just lighting up these Paragon protectors or my stalker? Right? That's what I'm thinking they ought to be doing. We could pick off this crap. Maybe my stalker comes over here and lights these guys up 1, 2, 3. Maybe my sentinel can take these guys down. Right? But I think you need more beef in here. Some big hitters. But people are spread around the joint. Back this up.
Where you go?
I'm trying to see. There's Widow Mouse. All right, so Widow's in the thick of it. I don't know where our stalker is at this time.
You lost the Legos.
Oh, I see this map.
All right, Hidden's back there. I don't know if they went downstairs and started beating up people. All right, so there you go. Somebody just said we need to hit this protector before they hit Moment of Glory. That's exactly the kind of thing I would expect my stalker to do. Like, oh, there's a boss who gets real annoying when they hit their tier 9. Let me take them out before they do that with one big hit. Is that what my stalker's doing? I don't know. Is that what my scrapper's doing? It doesn't look like it.
Blew one up right there.
I'm trying to do as much immobilize and holds I can do.
Oh, the grease monkey
No, it worked out
raiding.
perfect.
Get raided.
Hey! Grease Monkey! Hello! How are you?
Oh my gosh, somebody's not even on the map. I'm guessing that's my sentinel because I haven't seen him. Yeah, I don't know. You know what? I bet you. Like, I can't guarantee this, but I think they came up this way, right? I remember they were gonna go this way. I'm assuming this is what happened. So they come up here, I think. They're coming this way, and they were starting to head this way. I'm pretty sure. And we're like, oh wait, we gotta, you know, take the side room or whatever first, and then they turn back around. I think, but maybe this guy just kept going, or maybe they got AFK. I don't know, but situational awareness is not there.
I'm just in a hallway, but there's like no way that I can get to where you are.
How was your stream, Grease
We
Monkey?
need more caltrops. More caltrops.
Oh,
Let me back this up for a second. It looks to me like there was a group down here. I don't see them anymore. So did somebody, pull them or aggro them? Because I do see a lot of stuff back here. I mean, that's probably the other thing. Somebody probably went over here and attacked this group. Then you had somebody over here attacking. And it could have been that's where your stalker was and was getting killed. And then they just came this way and now have come up the stairs over here. I don't know, but there's a lot of they get scatter, people spreading out all over the place. And I would expect that out of a pug, not out of a leveling team that plays together a lot. And I'm not saying people need to be pros or whatever, but just hey, if you're playing together a lot, you got Discord chat going. How is there so much coordination or uncoordination happening? That's where I'm a little bit of a head scratch. I would totally expect this with a pug type of team where nobody's talking and people are just kind of like going all over it. And it's not awful, right? It's not awful. I've seen way worse, but just I'm seeing the signs and it concerning with what's going to happen.
Mastermind should not be fighting 2 Crey tanks and a Paragon Protector Elite.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that sucked.
oh, hi there. I kept running past the whole thingy because I did not see it.
Got him.
Oh, well open. Nice.
Yeah, that was like 3 groups of guys.
So
Yeah.
let's Grease Monkey out.
I leveled. Yay. Just in time. I needed the endurance.
See if I can get it. See if I can see what level they are when they level up.
And Raider from Grease Monkey.
37. Okay, so Weber is now 37. They were 36. But the task force caps at 32, I think.
Well, I love that when that happens.
Yeah, my whole focus.
So our Sentinel got lost, it sounds like. I think he said he kept running past the little hole he was saying. Again, though, you're on Discord. Why not? Hey guys, I'm lost. Where's the turn? What's going on? Because he was gone for a good minute or so, right? How are you not messaging or something? Just I lost or because it's not like you gotta type it. You just hey guys, where'd you go? Because I came up the elevator, nobody's there. Hey knucklehead, we're down. Go back. I'm not seeing it, not hearing it.
Looks like I gotta be working on that as well.
Yeah, this guy's all mogged up or eluded up.
It's the crazy down, Grease Monkey.
I'm fortunate with the Dominator power. It redoes my endurance when I hit Dominator, so I have that. Plus, I
Okay,
have
look at these and Grease Monkey.
also have the endurance power as well. That helps. All right, yay!
Yeah,
There's
try
a
Downstairs.
enemy
There's more
coming
down there.
Yeah, there's still more. Yeah.
Going
There's
up.
just one there.
So somebody obviously attacked this group, aggroed them, but I didn't hear any warning or shout out like, "Oops!" Maybe that was the oops. But it's like, "Hey, oops! I'm bringing them your way," or "I'm gonna bail out so they don't kill me," something like that. It was just sort of an oops moment. Some fighting happened. Who knows where the group went?
He's
Well, that was
Oh, Stalker!
Oh, there's some here.
Raid! Monkey raid from Stalker!
Oh, sugar! Not what a tank should have done.
Dang, what the hell happened to hidden? Down again. All right, so hidden. Okay. Explain this one if you can. All right, check out hidden lightning's position. They're right here. And there's a group back there that they're amongst. Meanwhile, I don't know if it's part of the same group, but there's another group over here. The rest of the team is over in this direction. So they're all by themselves over here. Okay, easy enough. Maybe you jump down and, oh, there's people here, but, look around. Do you see that your team is not with you? Why is my stalker out alpha striking again?
Oh, sugar!
Oh, sugar. What the?
Oh, sugar!
They missed or something? I don't know.
And somewhere Melissa Dakar is going, I am not a monkey.
Boom. Now it's there goes your stalker again. They got out in front of themselves. It's like 2, 3 groups over here. I think okay, so there's this group here. There was the group back here, but I think it was part of this group. So I think this is actually 2 groups. But you definitely got scatter split team again, even though they're all in the same area. Bulk of the teams over here. Now I like what Weber's doing. Because I don't think Weber even saw this group. But he sees there's a problem. He sees that there are enemies and he's cut off. So what does he do? He loops around and comes over here to get with his team where he's going to get the best support possible. I've got my 2 beefies out front, our scrapper and our tank. I've got my widow here. And here's my sentinel. Sentinel, they must be low level because I keep seeing them use their nemesis staff. And then my mastermind's back here as well. But if they aggro this, and they still have some of this crap coming at them, and they got this group, they could have like 2, 3 groups just hitting them simultaneously, and your stalker died. I don't know where they're even rezzing themselves.
Get over here and get behind these
How are you?
guys.
Where did they get? Where did they even go? Okay, I see what happened. So they came running over here. How far did they make it? Here they come running. All right, so they died over there behind that pillar.
And somewhere Melissa Dakar is going, I am not a monkey.
Pets are dying. Stalker's just rezzed. Okay, you just rezzed. What the fuck? Okay. I don't get it. So my stalker's back behind this pillar. They just rezzed. You can see they're sitting here with half their health gone. The fight is over here. And you still have some dudes over here that the stalker had been killed by. Now watch what they do or where they go. They're not even fully recovered yet. And they're now heading this way. Are they going over here? Oh my god. Why? Why are you going over there, stalker? This doesn't make any sense. Okay, maybe yeah, you try to get back in the fight real quick because the team needs me. Well, go and murder these people right here. There's like 2 or 3 guys right here. Kill them. Why are you going over here to a completely unaggroed group at half health? Did you even retoggle yet?
Oh no, racial people.
Oh my lord. And then you whiffed. You whiffed on your assassin strike. I'm fascinated by this. Okay, they're still back there. They missed. They're waiting for the recharge.
He's got a pretty good recharge on it. He's throwing it up pretty
Okay,
good.
they struck. Now they're getting hit again. Stalkers, explain your tactics to me because I don't get it. Like, what is this like poke the bear and run strategy? I don't get it. Are you trying to pull? And use your nemesis staff then. Because now these guys are all like, oh, go kill them. Go kill the stalker. And the stalker's like running this way. Your support, you know, you got your mastermind with their bubbles over here. Why aren't you coming like over here where people can see you? If that was your strategy to pull, why'd you over there by yourself anyway? Again, plus threes. There's about 10 guys over here, and you're an under-leveled stalker. And now I'm looking, the rest of my melee guys have all gone this way. They're not even like over here trying to help you, or they don't even know what you're doing. I don't know what you're doing. It doesn't make any sense. All right, now, all you've done is you've split the team even further because you're going to cause a problem where you are going to get hurt, which is then going to draw people to go like, oh, wait, what's going on? Maybe I should go this way, which further separates you from your team, who's going to split them further. You've just weakened the team even more. I don't get this strategy there. Here comes 1, 2, 3 guys after our stalker. Now they're shooting our other guys from the side. Yeah. There goes your sentinel.
You killed the king.
Wait, what is going on? Now you're over here? Okay. This is like rookie crap. So you aggro over here. You then pull. But then you go this way, run away like a blaster of all things. This is like old school blaster play. You aggro the shit out of stuff and then run for the empath. Help! And then what do? You come around this way into the rear of your party. Who's maybe they don't even see you there, right? Now you've just brought because you had at least 3 guys chasing you. So now they're gonna keep chasing you. And who's over? I mean, Weber doesn't see that happening. But here you are, running right towards. This is like you're like a train. This is like old school when people used to train mobs on unsuspecting people. They would do some aggro crap like this, pull and then run it into like lower level people in Atlas Park or some nonsense or something like that. This is what this reminds me of. And you still have your other dudes over here. DJ Alto just got smoked in the corner. The radiation got him, I think. Widow's over here. Angel Slayer's over here. Monty's getting worked somewhere. I don't even know where the. Oh, Monty's right here fighting that original shit show. All right, like, look how this is all played out. So the initial contact was here, right? And then your stalker contacts here. The stalker runs this way and dies over here. When Weber first came around this way, this group spotted him and started to come at him. That's the remnants of them right there, who are now currently beating the hell out of Mahdi. Weber then came around this way to get into a defensive position near his mastermind. He's got the FFG, which is a smart play. Meanwhile, your other teammates who were coming this way, they kept pushing and are now in the corner where your stalker was. And then meanwhile, your stalker recovered, went over here, aggroed the other group, ran this way. They're now coming around behind this way, and 1 or 2, I think, bled off this way. This is what we call a clusterfuck. Like, what is going on? This doesn't make sense. And honestly, I got to point at the stalker. I'm sorry. You started this thing here. got yourself killed, pulled some people. Now your rest of your teammates going this way to try to avenge you, and then you did this aggro over here, and now you're pulling stuff this way. The team has been cut in half. That's why your sentinel's dead over here now, and why possibly your scrapper's about to go down. And then if this stuff comes from behind and hits Weber, that's going to be your fault on that one too.
Made a mistake. They got into the corner.
You killed the key.
I live again.
Oh, we got
You
stuff
shall
over here.
all
You
die.
got to tell me there's stuff behind me.
There's Weber's like, oh, we got stuff over here. You got to tell me. Yeah, sure. It'd be nice if the stalker said, hey, I just pulled a train up your ass. Come on. Come on now, stalkers. You guys got to do better. All right, now Weber's pulled in this direction. Your mastermind's over this way now. All right, let's clean up this crap. Nobody's looking the other direction. Oh no, now you got guys coming from behind you again. Your tank's getting work now. Tank is getting worked. Tank's on an island. Weber's getting worked. Weber's down. Oh my lord. What are you doing?
Protect me, somebody.
Hold on. Let's go back to this mess. All right, so Hidden Lightning just pulls people this way.
Oh,
Weber finally notices, wait, there's stuff over here that Hidden Lightning just pulled. Our Mastermind's pets are getting killed over here.
Oh, great.
Trip mine.
Barely alive.
Sid border.
we need to round these guys up better.
Yeah. You can't round them up. They're... Okay, now Hidden Lightning's coming back. I see, like, Psy shit on her. Weber's down. Angel Slayer's not looking so good. So Weber's like, hey, we got to round this stuff up better. Yeah, that should have been the first thing, but instead things got split. See, this would annoy me if I was on this team. It's annoying me I'm not even on the team. Okay, Weber's trying to recover. Team is all over the place again.
Ouch, ouch.
My tank. Tank, you gotta have eyes in the back of your head. That's now, what I'm kind of doing is what your tank ought to be doing. Looking around, what's going on? Oh shit, we pulled that. Let me get it. Fetch, taunt. All right, Weber's trying to go get to a place to get his shit together.
Let me get myself situated here. All right.
There we go.
Where are you
Now
at?
get back.
What is the team doing? You've got now. Why is your now your stalkers up here? They're like everywhere. It's like come full circle now. Stalker starts here, goes over here, goes over there, comes over here, goes around over there, goes back over there, comes back over here. Now they're over here. It's like, oh my lord, you're everywhere. And the group mobs are everywhere. Why are we not rounding shit up and like taunting and pulling it behind? This is why you want to break LOS. In a situation like this, break the damn line of sight. If you get a taunt on these guys and then book it over here, they're all going to follow you and cluster over here. And meanwhile, you're then taunting these guys and then you're dipping around the corner a little bit further. Bring everything to you. Still a mess back here.
You calling a fucking nerd, Shadow?
Two. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Come on. Guys. What is going on? Look at this mess. Your mastermind's now on, and the only thing holding off the back here is your mastermind. Their pets might getting slain like crazy. I've got what, 3, 4 guys over here? Okay, we've got our tank is over here. Our sentinels over here. Our widows over here. Our stalkers over here. That means my mastermind and my scrapper are the only two that are over here. Here's my Dommy. Dommy's looking this way. So you got 5 teammates focused over here, 2 over here. Your MM is now taking a beating.
That enemy's
Yeah, I mean, just like people bodies are dropping.
using like radiation attacks. Those can actually debulk you.
Like my stalker should have stayed their ass over here where they started the problem. I don't mind if you screw up or whatever, but then stick around to fix the problem. Because you're just getting yourself hurt over there now. All right, there you go. There goes your MM.
You're calling a fucking nerd, Shadow? Oh,
There's another compilate.
And then Weber's now screwed because he lost all his defenses that he had. His pets are all dead. Or weren't resummoned. They're on cooldown, I think. The only one over here now is your stalker. Or sorry, your scrapper. Dead. I mean, you're effing. There's like 3 bosses over here or something. What is your tank doing?
Crosstalk. You're talking to people not into the group, and sometimes it's funny. You know.
Jeez, there goes your sentinel again.
my what?
They're just getting their ass handed to them.
Not into the group, and sometimes it's funny.
Down.
And you nicked my chicken wings.
I'm
They took my they put all his bones on my plate and then took my chicken wings, and I'm gonna die. Dang it.
Run. I got it.
Oh god, this is comedy. This is turning into comedy hour. Oh no. Yep. There goes your stalker again.
Oh no. Run away!
Oh my
Dude, why are you resting right there? Get out of there. Get out of there. Oh no. No. Get no. Oh, you guys gotta stop. Okay, it's time to regroup at this point. Let's regroup. Wow. Yeah, this is really puggy, I hate to say. I mean, pugs have an excuse, though. They're like pugs, and they don't have communication, and a lot of them don't have any experience. I'm just really surprised we have a leveling team that I think is a regular group who's using Discord to chat, and they're unable to coordinate some basic stuff. Dude, what's going on? Got these 2 empaths out here just working your ass. Just keep stacking the hold on this person here. Take him out.
This bad guy is determined to kill me.
So why are all the gang guys just standing still? Oh, where are we going? Oh,
Because I died and now I'm re-equipping.
okay. Just like see, like it's just like what's going on? I'm holding this guy, elite guy, but everybody else is dying. Oh, jeez, oh Pete's.
It's not. Oh my lord. No. Dude, what are you doing? Just keep spamming your damn hold. You're dead.
Did someone lure something the guy who was healing?
Yeah.
This is funny. Dude, spam holds on him. Lock his ass down. Your domination's hot. Stop, 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 stop. Come on. Come on. Dominators out there. Put your dom on auto. Auto fire. Control click this thing. Auto fire. You need that up. That's like your main thing. Have it on freaking auto. Then your single target or single shot holding this a-hole, that a-hole. I mean, this Dominator should be able to turn the tide in a second. Hold both of these freaking bosses. Somebody's like going, hey, we need to get these healing empaths under control. Well, auto dom will do that for you. Bang, bang. Hit, hit. Lockdown. Done. Oh, this guy's over here working the shit out of these guys.
Man, this one was so persistent.
Well, this one that I
And why are you guys way over here? This tank's getting effing worked again.
no bitch.
Oh, no, you're not.
Thank you, Marty.
Web grenade time.
Wow.
You ain't going anywhere.
I don't know, their slotting must be crap. Got one more. Wow. That was rough, you guys. I gotta say, that was just rough. No shit. Yeah, Weber's like, yeah, we shouldn't be bragging. We just got our asses kicked pretty much. This is true.
I only died.
Oh my god.
I only died once.
Wow. Wow.
I cannot take a brunt of it.
Fucking hell.
Ouch. They still have more like another floor to go. Yes, defeat all. Are you?
You got it. I'll stay here.
My God, you guys. All right, guys, go the other way. Go the other way. You're killing me. All right. They finally figure out where they're going. That was like 2 minutes of just whatever wandered around.
Raven, fly up to the platform that you went to.
Hip sideways.
There you go.
Thank you, Marty.
We got groups on both sides, just so you know. I looked at the other side. So each side of the
All right, Weber sounds like he's the only one who's really communicating anything.
why? Shut up, why?
He's outing me.
Driving.
Dad, shut up.
You know that?
Alright, we got 4.
Had to step away.
Big group. Let's see. I don't
Oh, you up here. Oh!
I was supposed to say it. Well, Trick, it's been so long since.
Wow. Okay. That was like good, like 3 minutes or some, 4 minutes. Yeah, see how they scatter? That's one thing I was saying earlier with the flash fire versus. All right, watch our tank here. No, 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 no. Okay, if you're gonna do this taunt pull, then do it from like right about over here, and then get your ass out of line of sight. Break it so they can start coming, and then Weber with the flash fire, you hit them here so that they're not doing what's about to happen. Or my tank goes and taunts on the fly and dips right here. All right, taunt, boop. Now they start coming. And then how he's lined up right now, you hit him right here with that flash fire cage. Because what's happening, or what's about to happen, is our Angel Slayer taunts in this position and kind of stays here. And you see everybody starts who did get affected by the taunt starts coming this way. Meanwhile, Weber's targeting over here, so his AoE is going to splash this group. But some of these guys are not moving at all. So they're might be out of range, or they might be stay put. But then the ones that are in motion now, when they get stunned, they're going to go, ooh, wobble, wobble. And you're going to get scatter. You're going to get the group that stayed and got stunned and fire caged and immobilized. And then you're going to get the other group that's wandering, and they're going to get caged over here. So we split the enemy again, which just diffuses your damage output. See that? Like half of them are close, half of them are far.
Take out that protector.
Yep, I'll start working on him.
Dude, just lay into him.
We need the
You've got okay, the other thing I'm not seeing is he's got oh, what's that snipe called? The fire snipe. He's got this, right? It's on quick fire here. Quick cast. Lay into this guy with this thing. Like you've got single target, single target, single target, single target with Blaze here. I'm not seeing an attack chain out of Weber. I mean, F the cage is it. You know, once you got the cage is great, but that's not where your damage is coming from. You should be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in this guy. Throw in Char, right? Char, Blaze, Blast, Snipe, Char again. Like lather, rinse, repeat until this guy's dead. He'll never move because you're hitting him with dominated holds. But you keep throwing in cages, which is, you know, kind of just immobilizing some dudes, barely doing damage. It has low accuracy. It's not going to be your big hitter. Unless you got it procced up or something, which I don't see that.
More cowbell. I mean, more caltrops.
Got a fever, and the only prescription.
Is Borg.
Okay. Finish him off, guys. Finish him off. Come on.
and that fever is
Flash fire the last guy. Does he have bonfire? I haven't seen bonfire. That's like a must-have power. Especially because you can turn it in and just knock down. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Right now.
Oh, this is gonna be fun. There'll be some hidden ones around here. Don't forget, we have some on the other side. Don't forget.
Okay, so we just came this way. Looking around. Somebody's AFK or something. Worst case scenario is they're going to come back, and then maybe while these get, maybe there's some hidden group in here. I don't know. But they come back this way, aggro some shit. Right? There's probably a group in this closet over here. I don't know. It's not looking good.
yeah, bum.
There's gonna be nothing in here. Watch.
Did
No,
you
to-
say
right here, right here.
Oh no.
more?
Oh, no.
Yes, more caltrops.
Okay, there's a couple guys are still back at the closet area. I think from the sounds of it, there's something in there. And then meanwhile, this group has gone this way. I don't know if the team is split or not.
Where are you guys?
We're on the other section.
Oh no, because there's another room in the room that we just left that where there's a bunch of them in there,
Well,
including the glowy.
Oh my lord, they got worked. All right. So there's a if you can't hear them, they're talking about in that room behind them. You can see what's happening. Two people are opening this door and they go in here to engage. This guy's AFK. This is your sentinel, but then I see him come around this way. There's an enemy group right here. So the other four are taking on this enemy group. And of course, your stalker goes in there to alpha strike again and gets worked again. But these guys, I think, maybe start fighting. So you've got, you know, quarter of your team is not with you.
around the other section.
Oh no, because there's another room in the room that we just left that where there's a bunch of them in there,
Well,
including the glowy.
okay.
Hmm.
We're taking care of the other fork in the road.
It is a defeat also.
We lost one.
Oh no. That guy Stalker's like has died like what 4 times now.
I'm gonna have to teach.
Get that man a CMH.
Give him CPR.
Well, they're only 4 levels higher, and I jumped in the middle of them.
Dude, how are you running out of endurance? Well, I know how you're doing it, but you've got an entire tray of massive blues right here. I'm assuming that's why you bring them. I'm sensing this is an endurance heavy build, and the big reason for that is a tactical decision. The overuse of cages. Because I think cages, a cast of cages is like, I don't know, 15. It's in the teens, right? It's somewhere around 12 to 18, I think, endurance per cast, roughly. Let's say you got that slotted down to, I don't know, half. It's like 7, 8-ish, which I doubt, but, whatever. So, you're spamming it every few seconds. So every time you're doing this, I mean, you're blowing half your endurance just with a few clicks of this thing within 10 seconds. I don't know. It's just very wasteful. Recovery is 221. That's low on the off the top of my head. I don't think that's super high. Most of the times when I'm building, I'm shooting for 3 to 4-ish. Depends on what my all right, consumption is. This doesn't make any sense. Consumption's 0. It's because he just ran out of juice. Yeah, okay, let's look at this. I like that you got this on here, Weber. Appreciate it. So here we go. This is part of one of my build things I always talk about. Check it out. His drain, how much he's using is 1.16. That's just static bleed. Like you're not clicking any powers. His gain is 221. So he's got less than a 2-to-1 margin here. Okay. So if he's just standing around doing nothing, he's fine because he's getting back twice as much than he's burning. But the minute you start firing things like fire cages that has a huge endurance cost and you spam it, this ain't cutting it 2-to-1. You need, I always say minimum 3-to-1. And depending on what build, if I'm doing a high recharge, high clicky, spammy build, I'm going more like 4-to-1. And I have multiple methods of getting endurance back possible. So I'm assuming he's aware of this problem because I'm looking at the inspiration tray here and I'm seeing a bunch of blue. Now, hey, everybody runs out of endurance. I get it, but I'm just like, bro, you got the solution right here. Why aren't we clicking these things instead of running out of endurance, especially if you know it's a problem and you're spamming the crap out of cages again, which is not really helping. You're barely doing any damage with this thing. Why not get closer and hit him with fire breath? Focus fire on those bosses. Take them out.
Well, I'm about to ping, so that's gonna be fixed real fast. And needless to say, you really do want me to go and level up.
Oh, excuse me.
So as soon as you level, we get our boost.
Okay, we got a bunch in this other room now. If they're dead.
Okay.
Oof.
And the glowy.
All right, now this mission is going way longer than it should have. So they started around, actually 40 minutes ago. Something like that. Because it's 3, I don't know, like 30 some minutes on this mission. It wasn't that many floors. It's like 3 floors.
Right for it.
Nope, I'll fight for.
It's been about 25 minutes, something like that right now. So by the time they're done, we're close to 30 minutes on this mission. And how many deaths? But none of this was because the enemies were hard. It's all because tactics were poor. Just the spreading out of the team. And the communication was poor.
said, too shiny.
It's getting so bad they've got to have the call reinforcements out here. Yeah, I don't get using flash fire in single targets either. I mean, if you're desperate, sure, but there was no point in that because there's only one guy. He's already immobilized. You have a single target hold that you could get him with that's way more effective. And then instead of blowing endurance on flash fire, which is probably about a 20 endurance cost, hit him with these things, these damage attacks. So boom, hold with char, and then pow, 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 pow. You could hit them all four of these before this thing wears off, I'm betting. Now maybe you just get into a clicking routine. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know, but I've seen just a lot of wasted endurance because of the control choices being made. Okay. All right. Well, that was that. Weber, Firefighter Dominator. Monty Hall's crew, the Fab 8. I will say this: it was one of the more entertaining Manticores I've seen because they actually, I might give them credit. They were taking on plus threes where most people are babies and they, -1 it or whatever they're trying to speed it. They weren't trying to speed it; they were actually fighting things. So I appreciate that. I think Weber was trying to communicate a lot of times. But I think the team was just off task. I don't know if it was just because there's a lot of chatter going on in the background or people are inexperienced, or hey, you know what? I may be just off base and they're just having a fun time of it, whatever. And that's great. I can appreciate that. But just a lot of tactical things that, from communication standpoint, were off. And that's my whole thing about it, is this the stuff I was seeing was mostly, I would expect more from inexperienced players, people that aren't on a live chat with each other, that are more kind of guessing what your teammates are doing rather than actually having the ability to say, hey, go left, go right, where are you? But a couple times I did hear Weber, saying, hey, let's do this or do that. And I didn't see an immediate response to that. And maybe it's because you're just so open in communication, and maybe the slash tell might be a better thing directly to the tank. Yo, I need you to do X, or could you please do Y, whatever that is. But there you go. Monty Hall, Firefighter Dominator by the name of Weber. Check out his channel. Give him a little subscription. See what other crazy stuff they have. They have a few other videos of things that they've done, task forces, that sort of thing. This one, we've only really done 30 minutes of it. There's another, hour and a half or so, I think, of it to check out. In the meantime, appreciate you guys checking out my channel, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.